Good morning. I am Dr. Wilhelmina, and today I'm going to bring you another interesting subject. Each week, I bring you wellness and beauty reviews, and I enjoy doing it. So I'm thinking about changing my main topic from beauty reviews and wellness to another name, throwing some things around. So you may see that change, but it'll still be Dr. Wilhelmina. So today's subject is all about perseverance. We all experience ups and downs, traumatic things happen in our life, or things that may not be so traumatic, but they feel traumatic to us. So, how do we persevere even though we have challenges and obstacles? We're going to do it we have some steps. And I'm going to tell you those steps. I'm going to give you a goal too. So, number one is about setting clear goals and define the objectives clearly to know what you're working on or working towards. So, I picked out a goal for me that I can share with you. One is first of all, I have a skincare line, Good Skin Home. So I set a goal so I can explain to you what this means. So when you're setting goals, you want to use SMART goals. I've talked about this before. SMART goals are goals that are specific, hence the S, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. So that SMART is the acronym for each of those items. You can go back and listen to this again if you get confused about it. So my goal, I'm just going to give it to you, is with my skincare line to sell 100 bottles by October 31st of my skincare line. Now, with this, it's not a specific product, but 100 overall by the 31st of October, in which my launch should be in October. And with that would be my goal. It's specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's realistic, and it's time bound by the 31st of October. So with that that is the first step to perseverance. It involves setting clear goals, and that's SMART goals are clear goals. Well, one thing I like to say about SMART goals, you might set it and you really think it's all fitting, and then if it doesn't happen, if you're not able to make it happen, then you just readjust. Okay, that didn't work out. That was my goal, because things happen. So the second step is break down task. Let me give you some of the tasks that might make sense. So you're going to divide these goals into smaller, manageable tasks. So of course I need to make sure my marketing is up and running, which it is, and I have somebody that's actually doing my marketing for me. I jump in every now and then. If you hear the more hip-hoppy, more uptone, specific to a genre music, that I probably did the ad. But my lady that works for me that does this, she's wonderful. I love her. She does great ads. So I also need to make sure that the person that's helping me to package, ship, and all that, I have that person set. So right now I got some work to do, because the person that's doing it for me now, that's going to do it for me, is actually moving. So I got to find a backup. That's fine. It's an easy thing, but that's another part of it. Another small part of this making it happen is staying on the manufacturer and making sure that they're going to get me this ingredient they haven't been able to get for some reason. It's just been hard to get since COVID. But I have a brand partner that keeps in communication with them. I don't ever have to say anything to them. She's got it. So there's all these little areas. There's more, but they're broken down, and I have help. I'm not on my own, but there are things I have to do. So I have to work with the store and making sure that my online store is up and running and correct so that people can purchase, and then I get the purchase order, and the person helping me gets it also and can fill it. You can't work a 40-hour a day, and I mean 40-hour week, and keep up on shipping. You got to have help with that. At least I do. My job can be intense sometimes. Okay, so we're breaking down tasks. That's number two. Number two. Number three, stay focused. Concentrate on the task at hand, avoid distractions and multitaskings. So, one thing that draws me away is social media in general, but I'm always watching. How's my social media doing? I'm looking at the numbers. I want to know. Not just that, I'm posting and gaining new followers and interacting with people. So I'm doing that personally. I think that's the personal touch is better than some random person doing it, and then people don't realize that that person isn't me. So at some point, it won't be me interacting and watching the numbers and everything. But right now, it is. But stay focused on what you have at hand, because all of that takes you away from what you're doing. No one's perfect. We all have our distractions, and so stay focused. 4, positive mindset. You have to have a positive mindset about what you're doing. Uh, Having a positive mindset, you want to cultivate a positive attitude. Believe in your abilities to overcome the challenges. There's so many challenges out there. Um, you know, if it may come from family, work, friends, and maybe just for the business challenges like I have now. Like I was supposed to launch in June. My challenge is that I couldn't get that one ingredient that isn't readily available since COVID. So, but I have a commitment from the folks that make the ingredient that they will provide it in September, so I'll be able to launch in October. If it doesn't happen, I'm just going to have to pivot and do something different, try to make it happen. Um, the next one is number 5, and that is celebrate your small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate your achievements, even the minor ones. So the things that I celebrate most are the more followers I get on my product page and interaction. I celebrate that it's getting some traction now. It's not just stale and people don't really know what I'm talking about. You know, I'm making some steps, and just with having the support and knowing I have good support, it's a win. I'm not on my own. So celebrate your wins. Learn from your setbacks. View failures as opportunities to learn and improve. Don't be discouraged by setbacks. So, one of my biggest setbacks was not being able to get this ingredient. And the setback was really big for me because I had already um, advertised that I was launching in June, got everybody ready. Oh, it's coming, it's coming. Some of my friends have tried the product, they're ready for it. The one woman who I had testing it out because I wanted to see the progress, she is excited for it. She wants it. I need it. She needs it. We're all excited about that other. One of my products is ready, but the other isn't because of that one ingredient. So, yeah, we're all ready, and I've told people, and then that was a setback because it didn't happen. Now I got to wait months for it to come in. It's, I didn't keep my word, so that's how I'm kind of feeling, like I didn't keep my word. But at the same time, you got to learn from it. I don't ever announce a date until you are pretty firm in it. Like with skincare, your product is in the process being made. Um, it's already made. You just got to do your shipment, and that would have been a good time for me to say, "Oh, launching this month." But I've learned from it and I'm working with it. I'm not too discouraged. I can only do what I can do. If I can't get the item, I can't get it. Seek support, which I have. I've talked about that. Reach out to friends, family, mentors, and support groups when you need encouragement. Oh man, I do sometimes. It's because if you're launching a product, you have all this positivity and everything, but you don't really know what the real outcome will be. You don't know till you do it. So it can get discouraging sometimes, but I'm on it. And as I make progress and celebrate those wins, I get excited about it. I can't wait. Can't wait. So the eighth step is maintain your discipline. Stick to your plan and schedule, even when motivation wanes. Now, there are times I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit and be still. Like if I've had a tough week at work, which this past week was, I was actually like down a little bit. So maintaining my discipline. Did I want to come on and do a podcast? Not yesterday, which I usually do them on Saturdays, but I got it. I got it. I'm doing it today. But it was really tough week. I needed to rest and regenerate and recharge. And I hardly talked to anybody in order to recharge and not have all this drain on my energy from talking with people, which sometimes that helps me to get it out. But sometimes it keeps me in that rabbit hole thinking about whatever it was that brought me down. So just to have the time to myself and with God and just, recharge myself. Number 9, visualize success. Imagine the end result to keep yourself motivated and focused. I do that, but at the same time, I'm looking at what's the third product going to be. I'm looking forward even past that. Like, what's next? What am I going to create next? I have 2 products I want to create, but I don't know which one I'm going to do yet. But I've talked to my cosmetic chemist about which one. But really, look at what the end result, and that kind of is the end result. I've gotten to a point where I've made enough money to make that third product because I put a lot of money out on this, and I'm busted. So I'm at the point where I have to make some money to make the next product. Okay. 10. Adapt and adjust. Be flexible and willing to modify your approach if something isn't working. So I haven't run into anything like that yet, but I will be ready to adjust. That's who I am anyway. Okay, this isn't working. What can I do different? And I'll consult experts like my brand partner on what she thinks about what I should do next if I run into some issue or whatever and I need to be flexible. Number 11. This is important. Remember the why. Reflect on your reasons for pursuing your goals. This can reignite your determination. So for me, I was so tired of being in direct sales and MLM, where I'm selling for somebody else and their products just aren't for everybody. And not everything's going to be for everybody, but really, it I wasn't able to do what I needed to do. I was always talking about, oh, they're going to come out with new colors or oh, this skincare is beautiful, it's working, but I had to make other, um, I had to do other things in order to make it work because it didn't work for me. So I wanted to make something that was pretty universal that anyone could use. I would say anyone over 30, because if you're young, you got that wonderful, supple, beautiful skin. You probably don't need that enhancement that we're actually doing with my product. But remember why. So I wanted that. And then I also wanted to give back. I hadn't decided in the past how I wanted to give back, but I know with my company, the give back is for homeless or folks that are food insecure. I want to do both of those. I started with homeless, but I also want to add food insecure because that right there helps homeless also. So that's where I'm at. And so that's my why. I want to make this happen. I want to be able to help a lot of people. And also, I want this product out there. And I'll keep going. I'll keep growing, making products that are a little different, but they're pretty universal. 12. Practice patience. Understand that progress takes time. Stay committed even when results are slow. And if you've worked in any kind of business that's online, you know results are slow, especially like with the podcast. They move slow. Your numbers grow and grow, but initially it's like slow going. But and it's been that way for me, but I'm really getting traction now. Thank you all the listeners that or listen to my podcast. Eventually we'll have guests. I'm working on the guest list and working on changing the name a little bit. I'm thinking about something like situational educational or something like that, because I've moved a little bit away from the wellness. I mean, all of this helps with the mental health and wellness, all of the things that we do, but it hasn't gotten too much in the physical, a little bit physical. I didn't really get into the financial too much, just a little bit. And occupational, I don't think I've even hit occupational yet, but so I'm thinking more of that situational type stuff. So we'll see what I change it to, but it won't be too far away from what I'm doing now. And so we went through 12, understanding that progress takes time. So let's remember that. And by following these steps, you can develop and maintain your perseverance and what you need to achieve your goals, even when you're faced with challenges. So we went over 12 goals. Go back and read it again or listen to it again, and then share it with anybody you know that needs that perseverance, that's struggling with it. Have them go through the SMART goals to what specifically they want to do, and then remember they can change it if they need to. If they're seeing that this isn't working, this was like not even realistic. Like if I made a goal maybe to meet President Obama by the end of October, by 31 October here in Hawaii, okay, it maybe it could happen, but I'm going to need some help from God and know his schedule and be where he's at. But that's not really, it's not realistic, probably not attainable. It's time bound and it's specific. So, you just have to look at the SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. That's how you set up a goal. You can do several. So, this was Dr. Wilhelmina, and I am signing out. Thank you for listening.